Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Rule the Waves 3. This is episode number 14 of our Let's Play series, playing as Italy. We lost a war to France not that long ago and other powers. We are marching toward another war, perhaps a revenge war, but we're also designing new ships. In our last episode we designed a new class of battleships. In this episode we might design a new class of armored cruisers, and we'll see where things go from there. With that being said, I'm not going to waste any time telling you about everything you probably already know, so let's just jump right back into the fray. Let's just redo that auto design. 10-inch guns. 8-inch guns, that's what I was looking for. What's our training? Less than 9-inch without reliable. So if we increase to 9, does that go away? It does. Why do they all go to one side? Secondary guns, we don't have suitable elevation. I guess maybe it's a cruiser thing. So if we go back to a single turrets, that should help, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do we want to do 12 of the things? I like the idea of them being at least 22 knots. The weight situation's not great. Medium range. It cost as much as a Dreadnought to build. Okay. We could do 20 knots. How fast are our current armors? They're 20. It doesn't give us a advantage of speed though over the battleships, which we probably need. To be to effectively act as scouts. I'm a little confused with this design though, because the battleship design that we had seems so much better. Okay. Why does the cost get... Oh, does it add a month? Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so what if we do a 12,000 ton? I mean, these are big armored cruisers already, with a not so big belt of our armor. 5 inches is pretty light. Going the Jackie Fisher route, fast rather than strong in terms of armor. So 12,300 tons. 5-inch armor with 5.5 on the turrets. These things are glass cannons. 9-inch main guns. 10 5-inch guns as secondaries. 10 3-inch guns as tertiaries. Why don't you bump that to 12? 2 torpedo boats, reliable engines, medium range. We'll call these the Romeo class because they're romantic and likely to die a miserable death. 3 months, 3.4 million. So we'll spend that over the next 3 months building the design. Okay, let's also scrap this one. All right. So it gives me a little bit more money, keeps things in balance a little bit. 2 more destroyers commissioned to the Navy. Naval visit by Russia. Comment on the ships. Well, Russia's allied to me. So we should speak kindly of our ally. It also lowers tensions with the French, but not really ready for war. I need these new class of ships before we really want to end up at war. All right. Light cruisers are being commissioned to the Navy. That'll help out with the budget. Design study will be ready in a month. German government's offering to sell us the right to explosive shells for 4.7 million. Yes. That's one of the areas I am not researching. It's not a priority. Oh, nice. Research breakthrough. Long turret and gun mountings with longer gun barrels. Allows the development of 11 and 12-inch -1 guns. All right, so my battleships that I'm building, though, the Roma class, -2. Can I change that while in design? Ugh. I think the 11-inch gun, I'm curious about that. So gun data. All right. 12 -2. 10,400 yards. At 10,000, it penetrates 4.2 and 0.7. Maximum at 1,000 is 7.2. So even at 1,000 yards, it may not penetrate battleship armor. Jesus. The 11-inch guns, meanwhile, doesn't penetrate as much at shorter range. The thing's immunity zone against armor of equal size to what we have on our ship is the entire range. The guns we have on the ship cannot sink the ship that we're... Oh. Okay. So 12 is 7.2. So the 12s are actually still a little bit better at close range. At 10,000 yards, the 11s are slightly better. So I don't know that I need to rush out and urgently change anything in the design then. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and build a couple armored cruisers of the Roma class. The range is going to be beneficial. I feel like we're getting to the stage in this game where ships get very expensive. Oh, shit. Funds are already -2 mil. Just by laying it down, it cost me a whole bunch of money. All right, I paused a bunch of ships so that we could immediately get ourselves back in the black, which we did. Our battleships and armored cruisers will actually be coming off the ways at roughly the same time between these 4 ships, 2 and 2. We won 2 and we won't wait. All right. Corvettes, they don't really cost much. They're in mothballs. They're in poor shape. Destroyers have fair crews. What's our doctrine here? Damage control and gunnery. Does it make sense to switch to torpedoes maybe? I don't know. Naval Academy. What does this do? Increase the number of officers and quality of officers at a slight additional cost. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's open a Naval Academy, boys. And then all of our battleships are going to be moved to the reserve fleet or mothballs. We will scrap one of the Kaios, actually. The Navy Minister notes that scrapping these ships will leave us with less than 7 operational battleships. All right, we can wait a while. I don't want to piss you off again. But all of our battleships are either in the reserve fleet or in mothballs. We're also going to reserve some of our armored cruisers. You're already poor, so you might as well be in mothballs, right? I got to do what I can to maximize my ability to build. That's sort of where my head's at. Like, I want to keep some of the good crews around where I can afford to. But let's actually do this. Let's halt these 3 ships because I'm a little OCD. We'll let this get to 26. Russia has secured Shanghai territory as a concession from China. That seems unlikely, but okay. All right, everybody's at 26. Let's try and resume everybody. And then I can afford that for about 5 months. We're almost to 1900, by the way. 3 drum boiler, 1% on weight savings. Increase smokeless powder. Good job, boys. Spy from Spain has been discovered. I don't care about Spain. But I'll take budget. Give me more money, right? Okay. All right, it is. We're working toward 1900. I don't think I'm going to change anything before 1900. Colonial crisis with Japan. They're allied to France, right? But Austria-Hungary's tensions are high too. Be best to avoid war right now, but prepare for future conflict by giving me more money. Krupp armor, yeah! Considerable improvement of armor quality. Too bad none of my ships that are currently being built or in existence have it. What if we do this? What if we open the design for rebuild? We'll go to the, this is the Kushin class. Replace machinery for weight savings. And I can't, doesn't make a difference for speed. What about the Polistro class? Why does it say 0 knots? Must have been looking at the wrong thing. I can almost increase the speed to 21 knots. We're so close. Change the engine to reliant to speed. Well, I could do it. Do we get the better armor plate, though? That's what I'm not 100% sure on. Why did my balance all of a sudden get in the black? I've got almost 1 million a turn right now in positives. All right, so we've got 11 light cruisers, the French have 21, the Austro-Hungarians have 6. I'd be fine fighting just the Austro-Hungarians. The Russians, the Japanese, we're way behind in destroyers. Did we ever research 400-ton destroyers? I don't know that we did. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah. Well, I guess in that case, let's just build a few more of our existing class. Let's build 10 more. So we're laying down 10 more destroyers while we're also building 2 armored cruisers and 2 battleships. You know, alternatively, we could set each one of these up to be the flagship of a division. So we could have 2 divisions with the 2 Roma-class battleships as each as their flagship. Although, then we'd be kind of denuding ourselves of the advantage of the additional 2 knots of speed. Okay. Marco Polo's collided with a new ocean liner and it'll be in the dockyard for some months. Ill-judged maneuver by... What should we do? Court of Inquiry. No. He's an above-average commander and a gunnery expert. I'll take the prestige hit to defend him. All right, we need more ships on foreign station. I haven't seen anything about submarine tech yet either. Prime Minister expresses his concern that our forces in the Mediterranean are insufficient, considering the threat from Austria-Hungary. Your current strength is 107, what required is 130. Ships in reserve count. Well, what am I supposed to do about it? I'm not... no. Okay. My prestige falls because we lost the Army-Navy game. Okay, guys. I'm okay with that. Okay. We have 2 1,700-ton corvettes. That's interesting. Prime Minister is annoyed that our forces in the Mediterranean are too weak. I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Prime Minister. I'm doing what I can with what I've got. Austria-Hungary might be stronger than us, but you're not giving me more money. I need more money. I suppose we could slash the intel budgets. Try and get us in a position to afford more ships. We're 18 months out from the new battleships coming online. Almanac, we're going to have 24 destroyers soon, which compares pretty nicely to anybody else. Let's build 2 of the Romeo class armored cruisers. Get them under construction. They're going to take 26 months, but so be it. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in the short term that will help make the prime minister not mad. Okay, new torpedo aiming systems, nice. I assume that just automatically flows through to my ships, but I don't know if that's true or not. Spy got some info on a Russian ship. Close to mastering secondary battery. We haven't yet gotten to 400-ton destroyers. Hey, submarines. Wireless technology. Nice. Okay. That'll be useful. Private shipbuilding expands our dockyards to 19,000 tons. Thank you. 3 destroyers commissioned into the Navy. New Liberal government wants to reduce arms. This will spell doom for our naval power. We can live with it. This is good. No. Doom. Doom is always the answer. Okay. Four more destroyers were commissioned into the Navy. Spy from France is caught. Maximum publicity. Give me more money. Enable secondary guns heavier than 9 inches. So we're into the semi-dreadnought stage for sure. We've made 1 month of progress on both of our new Romeo class armored cruisers, which we've laid down. 3 more destroyers are commissioned to the Navy. Better 6-inch guns are being developed. Very nice. So actually, that is something we might want to look into. So if we go the Palistro, well, all of our ships, I think, if we open for rebuild. Well, these guys have 5-inch guns, so that doesn't make a difference. The Palistros have 6, right? No, I want 5 on those also. The light cruisers have 6-inch guns, right? So we could upgrade to the more powerful 6-inch guns on those light cruisers. Wouldn't really cost much. 4 months at 230 would be the rebuild. It doesn't make sense to do the machinery upgrade, I don't think, because that's 10 months. Like it might save us in some ways, but I think opening for rebuild to more powerful guns is worthwhile. 4 months of 230 as opposed to 10 months at $1 million. So we'll do that. We'll upgun these ships. Oh, fire control. Wait. We've got the central rangefinder too. Oh, but that costs weight, so then we do need to do the machinery. Fudge. Can we increase the secondary guns to 6 inches instead of 5? Nope. Okay. Get a little bit more ammo on here, I think. Can I put 2 more 5-inchers on here? All right, actually, we'll keep the ammo the same. We'll add 2 more 5-inchers. I can do that, right? So a redesign would replace machinery, keep the speed the same, get better fire control, add 2 more 5-inch guns, and upgrade the guns to 6-inchers. Okay. All right, we'll also add 2 more 2-inchers. So overall, we increase the weight of iron 2. So it's the cushion redesign. We're upgrading one of them. So the ships in mothball are being overhauled. Which is taking up a lot of dockyard space. Some enterprising young officers in naval intelligence have hatched a plan to blow up one of the capital ships of Austria-Hungary at anchor. An excellent idea. Tensions are high between our ally Russia and Japan. How should we play our cards? Do I want to fight 2 countries at once? Sure. Okay. It's a little bit early to go to war. Our agents have managed to blow up the Austrian. Yeah, that's not a major warship. It's a destroyer. Austrian authorities seem to think it was an accident. Okay, that's cool. Captain, whatever. There's a scandal. He's below average. Cashier him. All my scientists do is tell me about setbacks. They never have any good news for me. I feel like I'm falling way behind. I don't know if I actually am, but I feel like I'm falling way behind. 400-ton destroyers. Hell yeah. That's just the vibe I get, is that we're way behind. I don't know if that's true, but it's how I feel. In the tech here, it does say we are behind. Austria-Hungary, Russia, Germany, or Austria-Hungary, Russia are average. Germany is advanced. Everybody else is pretty much behind, which seems kind of silly. USA is secured, part of China. I really want to... Hey, we got better 12-inch guns. I would really like to actually take a goddamn colony. Hashtag Italy in real life, right? I would like a damn colony. It would be nice. You know? It would make me happy. All right, these Romas are close. Let's actually halt their construction temporarily while we resume the further out ones. So if war does come, these guys will be ready very quickly, and then we'll have other ones closer than 2 years. A disarmament conference is being held in The Hague. Oh, you better not. We should not be limited by our national... No, don't you dare. If you're going to force me to scrap all my battleships under construction... Those guys got to get completed before any arms control. A major foreign policy crisis has erupted with Austria-Hungary. How do we handle the situation? If war comes, it might just well come now. Yeah, give me more money. Haha, war! At least it should be coming here in a second. But my budget's back in the black. Let's resume the construction on these ships. I guess I didn't really play the whole let's pause some of this stuff until later all that well. The Prime Minister is annoyed. Whatever, dude. Lepanto's under construction can be completed with our best fire control. Yes. Yes. Upgrade the fire control. War is broken out between Japan and Russia. I'm allied to Russia. Does that mean I'm at war? Shouldn't I be at war? With Japan? Russia calls on us to honor our alliance and join the war against Japan. Okay, well, let's see what the situation here is here. We're about to be at war with Austria-Hungary. Are they allied to anybody? I don't remember. But Japan, they have 6 battleships. Russia doesn't need us for that. Russia has 28 battleships and 23 armored cruisers. Russia might want us to deploy some armored cruisers to support, although they have a good amount. Light cruisers aren't a problem. Destroyers aren't a problem. So really it just comes down to, like, do we want to support them against Japan? Sure. So we can either opt out of our alliance, hurt our prestige. Yeah, of course. We will honor our alliance. And now we're at war with Austria-Hungary. So we're at war with Italy and Austria-Hungary. Or not Italy. We're at war with Austria-Hungary and Japan. But hey, good news. Now I've got money. I've got money to do stuff. I guess we should get all of our ships in the active fleet, huh? See what the budget looks like then. Not great. But the good news is 2 battleships will actually complete tomorrow with our best fire control. We should probably upgrade the other ships we have in our fleet too, but all in good time. All right, so the armored cruisers are 3 months away. The battleships will be ready in the next month. We'll have to work up, but just in time. So we're going to go from 5 battleships to 7, which will be nice, especially with Austria-Hungary having more ships. They could probably blockade us, but now once we get those, I assume once we have those battleships in service, we'll be in better shape to prevent a blockade. Although they have almost double our armored cruisers, so that's a problem. We'll have to whittle them down. What's the parentheses thing? I wonder if it's because they're old, maybe? Yeah. I think just doing the central rangefinder would be very important for our ships. We could do it weight-wise by just lowering the amount of armor on the turrets and conning tower, because I don't know that a full replacement of machinery will just take too long. But fire control is important, so a limited redesign of some of those ships I think is going to be worthwhile. So we've got 2 armored cruisers that'll be ready in 3 months. We've got 2 battleships that'll be ready in a month. Probably want to build some lighter ships too, although I'm a little torn because if we are going to go into a long war, it might make sense to build more of the heavy stuff now at the onset so they can come in before the war is... I just realized I had a Roma and a Romeo. They both loving the R names. But yeah, I'll have to think about that. Huh. Anyway, We've been going for quite a while here, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. I hope you guys are enjoying Rule of Waves. It's 1901. Time marches endlessly forward, and we are at war once again. We'll see how it plays out in our next episode. There are plenty of areas of the map for us to take. Not so much Austria Hungary. They don't really have anything to give me. It's more about revenge against them. Japan doesn't really have anything to give me either. God damn it, these are going to be fruitless wars. Whatever. All right, maybe we'll get some cash. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks again for tuning in for another episode of Rule the Waves 3. I'm the Historical Gamer, as always, saying thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm out. To war!